Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. At Nate's apartment, Audra tries to convince Amy that Damien will come around and agree to see her. She'll just have to give it time. Amy's worried that telling him about her involvement may have scared him off. She recaps that he spiraled after losing his father. This was extreme. She can understand a temporary setback, but this was like he'd never recover. Nate wonders if time has dulled the pain. Amy's just afraid her fears will come true. She can't take losing him again. Audra reassures her by insisting Damien had to be affected on some level, knowing she was looking for him. Nate is sure Damien just needs time to cool down. Amy cries, "Oak." Audra tells her that the feelings they shared will still be there. Nate would love to hear more about what his brother was like growing up. Amy shares a story about Damien falling in love with a stray cat and convincing her to let him keep it. She laughs over their panic trying to keep the cat a secret from her husband, until the cat made a surprise appearance during a movie night. Tearing up, Amy can't bear to think this is the end with her son. They were so close, and she loves him so much. Audra's sure he loves her too. She pulls Amy into a hug. Nate says he'll do everything he can to make sure it happens. Amy embraces him. In the park, Holden tells Damien they can't keep this charade up much longer. If he goes to meet Nate and Amy shows up, his cover will be completely blown. Damien smiles slyly, not necessarily. Holden asks what he means. If his mother takes one look at him, it's over. Damien tells him he'll have to make sure that doesn't happen. Nate is after something, and he wants to know what it is. Holden will do his best. Damien has complete faith in him. "I bet you can even get Nate to tell you everything, like what's really going on." Holden asks if he thinks he's trying to scam him. Damien's sure there has to be more to it than just trying to reunite him with his mom. He needs to know how he's connected to his mother and what he wants. Holden tells Damien they're still waiting on the background check on Nate. Damien questions his mother having connections in Genoa City. Holden suggests she could be a friend of Nate's mother. Damien supposes that's possible. Just then, Holden gets the new information on Nate Hastings via his phone. He reads that Nate was a surgeon before an accident sent him into the corporate world. His mother is a doctor. Damien wonders if Nate's mother knew of his father. Holden reads that his father was Nathan Hastings, but he died when he was young. Damien frowns. This whole thing is still a mystery. At Billy's place, Sally's working when he comes in with food. She asks what took him so long. He says he used his time wisely while waiting by using her pep talk. He's keen on the media venture and getting Phyllis and Daniel to join him. Sally asks if he's sure that's a good idea. Billy sees Phyllis differently than most people in town. She's more business savvy than people give her credit for, and already has great ideas about this venture. She had his back when no one else did. Sally seems to remember being there for him. Billy apologizes. She supported him and he wouldn't have gotten through that without her. But as far as the company went, Phyllis was the only one who had his back. He'll never forget what Sally did for him. Sally saw how hard he was working and admired how much he cared. Billy loves having her in his life and in his corner. They kiss. After eating, Sally tells Billy she has 2 pieces of advice for him. In the future, when he's ordering for her, he doesn't have to overdo it. Billy nods. Next, Sally also still thinks he should use moderation when bringing Phyllis into his company. She's unpredictable and volatile. Billy feels some people would say the same about him. Sally says 2 powder kegs working together could be explosive. Billy argues they could spark each other's greatness. They've both been subject to negative assumptions and demeaned. I know where she's coming from. Sally asks if that's enough to risk the first company of his own. Billy knows what Phyllis brings to the table. She and Daniel have been through a lot, and this is a way for them to get back on track. They'll both be assets. Sally asks him to promise to be careful. Billy assures her this will work out great. At Crimson Lights, Sharon greets Phyllis, who didn't expect her to be back at work so soon. She acknowledges that she spoke to Daniel, but warns these latest developments won't let her off the hook with her. Sharon hopes he told her that Ian Ward confessed to killing Heather. It gets her off the hook for that.